If we have negative people around us, we're effectively trapped in that negativity. And although it comes with its payoffs, like bonding with other people over negative stuff, ultimately, when we're kept in a negative mindset, it will always turn its head to us, and we could end up feeling negative about ourselves. So here's how we can turn that around, begin a new positive lifestyle, and avoid states of depression and apathy. Yo, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead, and in this video, I want to talk about something called getting it by osmosis. And this term sort of means that the people around us will collectively impact the way we think, feel, or even act. It'll affect our entire personalities. Like, have you ever been in a friend group where a couple people start using these different slang words and all of a sudden everybody is saying the same thing? This is just human nature. The people that we keep around us are going to inevitably rub off on us. So when we can first accept this, we can start to actually do something about it. There's this one saying that goes like, we are the average of the 5 closest people around us. But this is why human beings can choose the communities that they want to belong to, whether it's an online community or YouTube, something like that, or if it's from going to church, being in a congregation, or going to local music shows and being a part of other artistic people. But a lot of times we can find ourselves in friend groups that maybe we are outgrowing. And when we want to take that leap to improve ourselves, other people are not really going to be on board with that all the time. So if all of our friends are drinkers and we're trying to get sober, that's not really going to be a friend group that's going to support that naturally. If we want to be sober, we can't really hang out with drug users. And if we want a relationship, we can't really hang out with single people all the time. Because people heard the term that opposites attract, but really the law of attraction is stating that like attracts like. In the Letting Go book, David Hawkins talks about this woman he was working with who was recently divorced, and she just found herself getting more miserable and more miserable. And he realized from working with her that she was in this support group for other divorced women. And this support group of divorced women were all just getting together to talk about how miserable their marriages were and how disappointed they are now. And David Hawkins realized that that group was keeping all of these women locked into this negative mindset. So his idea was to remove this woman from that support group and actually bring her into a different community of people that were happily married, of happily in relationships. And he wrote that within 3 months, she had found somebody, she was happy, and all of her misery and negativity just sort of dissipated away. When we can take the leap into a positive direction, sometimes we're gonna outgrow a lot of the stuff that was weighing us down. But in doing that, we're shedding our old skin and making space for better things to come into our life. Now, this was a big thing that was taught to me when I was first getting sober and going to rehab and outpatient centers. They were talking about replacing the old habits with new habits. So if we're not going to take the time throughout the day to use drugs or substances like we were in the past, we have to fill out that day with other types of things. And so for me in high school, I was obviously going to group therapy and doing different stuff, but I also took on the hobby of playing chess. And I went from not knowing how to play chess at all to being the president of the chess club in my high school. And that's what eventually got me into playing music, and my path to being an artist was also looking for other things that I could grow with, other things that I could develop a skill with that I was interested in. And the same thing happened for me over this past year. Now that I've been single, I'm out of that relationship that was in a very negative place, and now I was rebuilding myself in the best possible direction so that I could keep growing as a person and replace all the time and energy and love that I gave to that other person and I gave to that relationship. I'm now giving it to me and my efforts and what I'm doing here. Ultimately, it's about being the person that you want to be and realizing that the old ways and the old thought patterns and the old negativity is a big weight to just keep us flatlined and keep us on autopilot with our previous state. Because we are the thoughts that we keep. And if we are in a habit of thinking a certain way, of doing a certain way, then that is pretty much what our identity is. And we're not going to be able to elevate or to grow into the person that we want to be until we can break out of that old way of thinking and doing. So if you're looking for a new way to get positivity, inspiration, and growth into your algorithm, check the link in the comments and follow me on Instagram. Instagram is like the real place where I'm putting everything that is going on with me. Along with that, I invite you to take a look at this video up here. This is me talking a little more in depth on my journey to get sober. And up here is going to be my playlist on my healing journey, which is more in depth on the challenges I've been overcoming this past year that I've been single and healing. Aside from all that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay creative.